Hello and welcome to Left Coast Live. It is Wednesday, September 17th, 2025. Stat Pat Stateless Patriot joining Dieter McBusiness, America's favorite white Anglo-Saxon Protestant, gone West Coastal. Stat Pat, how are you? We are now a week removed from the great assassination of Charlie Kirk, which was jarring, but now we've had a time for the dust to settle. Everyone's gotten their chance to weigh in, and the automatic sympathy that maybe people who die a public death like he did get is kind of maybe settled down a little bit. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, it's I mean there's literally so much I don't even know where to start, honestly. So much has happened and so much has changed since it happened. Like we streamed the day of, like when it was
Yeah,
still fresh and no one even really knew much of anything like surrounding it and whatnot. And
right.
I have so many thoughts and opinions about like various aspects about the whole thing. I still think it was terrible. I never cared for the guy, but now what we're seeing is he's become a martyr, and it's become a pretext for crackdown on free speech.
Right. The great
Yeah,
hypocrisy, like you talk about the hypocrisy that the Republican Party is built on, where they're going to talk about free speech as the left is like hindering free speech for them to basically not say racist shit, and
yeah,
then the right says that they got to punish the people who aren't mourning Kirk to the extent that they think this should be.
yeah. It's like everybody grieves differently, and you're not expected to grieve someone that you didn't have any respect for to begin with, or your perception of them was they had no respect for you as a
Right.
person or as a group or as this, that, or the other. I mean, he didn't really do himself any favors because of just like the what he was who he was aligned with, and um, I guess the way he portrayed himself, and he said a lot of distasteful things. Maybe some were taken out of context, but
He
honestly,
was an agitator,
context,
man. I mean, he
he
was a
was.
professional agitator. He came in.
Yeah,
His purpose was very obvious. It
yeah,
was to get the youth vote out for Republicans and conservatives because they were
yeah,
worried about the generational change in American political demographics.
yeah.
And Charlie Kirk was a huge reason why they got those numbers up.
No, big time, without a doubt. It's disgusting because I like the overall reaction. I'm not really convinced right now that anybody on the broad left in general is happier than the right is that this
Right.
happened,
Right.
because they have their martyr. They
Right.
they they now have a pretext to do a whole bunch of heinous fascist shit in the name of Charlie Kirk. Trump just came out today and he said he's designated uh, Antifa a major terrorist organization. It's
Hmm.
like it's not even a fucking organization to begin with, you
Right.
know. And like this whole administration and everybody involved with it is just absolutely incompetent beyond words. Yet they're still trying to like make it seem like all their actions are justified and strong, and they're not like grounded in reality at all. And
Right.
you can still you still clearly see that they're flailing, but too many people perceive them as powerful. And yeah, I mean, this is obviously it's the fucking presidential administration for the United States. So now you have, we just saw it fucking what, last month or so with Paramount, and now ABC's folding because I just breaking news. Jimmy Kimmel's getting canceled
Yeah.
indefinitely because of like the most tamest fucking clip imaginable.
All he did was clip. All he did was show what Trump said.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He made Trump look like a heartless, soulless fuck, and he is. So, like, how dare Jimmy Kimmel point that out? You know, and then Trump immediately posts on True Social is like, yeah, this is what you get. It's like low rated, terrible Jimmy Kimmel show. This should have happened years ago, or something like that.
Right.
So it just clearly goes to show how fucking fragile he is. These people don't fucking believe in free speech and like it, and in the slightest. It's so fucking frustrating.
Yeah, I mean, what do you expect, right? I mean, we
No,
came
yeah.
on here a week ago and we were like, this is what happens when you're living under a fascistic regime
Yeah.
and when you're at a civil war. People are talking about going to civil war, going to civil war. It's like we've been at civil war for a little while now. You just haven't been paying attention.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
kind of how I feel.
No, basically, like this was really like the excuse that so many gun-toting, hypersensitive conservatives, like this, the flashpoint that they're waiting for.
Yeah.
They didn't give a fuck about Charlie Kirk, only that they can use his name and his martyrdom as an excuse to
execute their agenda.
Yeah, and to threaten the left and declare war against the left or the Democrats or whatever. It's disgusting. It's like I don't even care about Charlie Kirk, but like, do you like not have any shame? Like, even his fucking wife is marketing off of his death to further this administration's political agenda.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, like
it's disgusting.
Yeah,
but I mean, again, like I sound like a broken record, but I think it's really good psychological mental health, practice. To stop being surprised.
No, of course.
Stop being surprised. Like, expect it. Expect the white trash response, because that's what you're going to get.
No, of course, and it's like, for me, I'm not even really surprised. Like, this is like the fascist playbook. This is
right.
This is how it always plays out. This is how authoritarianism always plays out. It's like, there's a quote I'm thinking of. It's not coming to me like immediately, but they're basically tripping over themselves to prove how competent and strong they are, and they're just making themselves look like clowns.
More competent, yeah.
Yeah, like look no further than the FBI searching for this guy, and it took them a couple days, and they didn't come up with jack shit. They claimed twice that they caught the guy, and then had to retract it.
Right.
And it took his family and people close to him coming out to I guess help. Well, after he turned himself in, after he was convinced to turn himself in, to cooperate with the authorities, basically. And we're just getting more and more information about this guy. I mean, there's a lot of speculation at first. His political leanings were up in the air.
Well, it sounds like, just based on what the little that I've known, or with the theory that I've come up with, is this roommate that the shooter was like in a relationship with is transitioning.
Yeah.
And all of the transgender hate that Charlie Kirk has been spewing for the last 10 years kind of caught up with him. And this guy was just like, you piece of shit. You've been talking shit about someone that I care about for so long. And then just snapped. And he just took it out on Charlie.
Yeah.
I don't know. It could be wrong.
That was definitely the perception that a lot of people had. I mean, whether or not like he was as fundamental in spreading that hate as much as other people on the right, because I mean, even like we've talked about this before. Even if he wasn't like directly responsible for spewing vile rhetoric and narratives, his fans absolutely do that, because granted, a lot of Charlie Kirk fans probably watch other conservative shows as well. Maybe a lot more distasteful conservative pundits and personalities and whatnot. So it's easy from a leftist perspective to lump them all in together. And it just so happened that Charlie Kirk just happened to be coming to town to do his tour and debate with a bunch of college students and whatnot, and have a dialogue, which sure is fine, but people's like if it's anything I've really like come to terms with or gained a clearer understanding of is just how varying and differing and fundamentally different everybody's own individual perspective is, let alone interpretation of this, that, and the other. I mean, even still now, after all the Discord leaks and everything, and all the chats have come out, and more info about this guy and his family and his friends and his little Discord communities and friend groups and whatnot. Like, I still don't think this guy's like a full-throated, like, raising lunatic leftist. He actually like seems like kind of a normal guy, and like he comes from a really conservative family, but like his political leanings are still like pretty ambiguous, like overall, even if his hatred towards Charlie Kirk was clearly from a leftist perspective.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how the details of the shooter come out. I just don't rely on it. I mean, it's more of a statement of our piss poor media environment that it's been a week, and I think he's been captured for 4 days now, and we still don't have like the vital details. But I'm not. I mean, the guy. The biggest surprise for me with the shooter is his age, where he's only 22 years old.
Yeah,
which means he was 12 when Trump got first elected,
and
when Charlie Kirk first started to become a major force, he was 12.
Yeah.
And so it's like, when did this hate really bubble up? I mean, I guess it's been like the last 5 years. The tail end of Trump's first term into the beginning of this term.
Yeah, I mean, there's still a hell of a lot of questions, and a lot of things are still up in the air. And I mean, who knows if we'll get like to the bottom of it, like what was the turning point for, no pun intended, for this guy. And what, like, was it like just being raised on gun culture? Was it being terminally online that like created a sort of like disconnect from reality that it inspired him to go like all the way through with it, or what? Because like I don't know. I mean, I'm still skeptical about a lot of things. I mean, he did admit to doing it. I do think that he did it, and it does look like it was motivated by just being anti-Charlie Kirk and whatnot. And because the insane polarization between the broad left and the broad right is they wanted so desperately on both sides their narrative to be right. They really wanted this shooter to be who they wanted him to be.
Yes, right.
It really goes to show. It's like it's not even about Charlie Kirk anymore.
No,
I mean,
it's about an excuse. It's about the bully wanting an excuse to go beat the shit out of the weirdo in the class, and that's this is their opportunity to do that. So we'll see. I mean, because they were just jumping to the conclusions. Every fucking Republican political figure, every conservative online, which is like, the left owns this. The left is like, you haven't heard a goddamn thing. You don't know anything about this shooter. And maybe they are going to end up being a leftist. I don't care.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care. Like, this is a result of a fascist civil war that's been going on for a few months now. So it's not my fault that you're just catching up and realizing that it took this long, that it took this ton of event for you to realize what's really going on in this country. It's
Yeah.
not my, it's not my problem. It's your
No, of
problem.
course. Yeah.
It's your fucking problem. You got to figure it out.
Right. I mean, it's just so. It's funny to see because so many of them just backtracked immediately when the killer didn't fit their mold,
Right.
didn't fit their their the descriptions that they wished he was, and all that, and yeah, the hypocrisy is fucking boundless. Like that can't be argued, honestly.
And you know what they do? They went on TikTok and found some random people celebrating Kirk's death, and then they acted like everyone on the left was doing that.
No.
And they were,
Yeah.
and it's like, no, every major
Exactly.
Democratic politician, every major lefty figure, Hassan, all those
Exactly.
people were like, no, we condemn political violence. They made the effort, and it still wasn't good enough.
Nope.
I mean, it's just never going to be good enough for the conservatives. They just don't care. That's just why the second question in my title, and why I think I'm having some viewers now, is like, does right-wing America just hear what it wants? And the
Hmm.
answer is yes, of course. It's not a difficult
Yeah.
question to answer. It's like this is what they wanted to hear. They wanted to hear that it was a radical leftist, and like you're saying, it's actually just a normal guy. He just
Yeah.
happened to be attracted to someone that's transitioning in their gender.
Yeah, no, it's like, oh, well, he may not be trans, but his roommate was trans. Just like I don't give a fuck. I don't give half
Right.
a flying shit.
I don't give a
And-
shit. Yeah.
And like, I mean, me, I don't blame the. I mean, I see where the right is coming from. Like they want to hear what they want to hear. I wanted this guy to be a groiper.
Yeah.
I wanted him. I wanted so bad because I didn't want this to be a pretext to crack down on the most vulnerable in our society. And I think that's like a reasonable position to have, and I don't think I'm the only one who felt that way. The problem is like the left doesn't demonize people for their identity in the same way that the right does.
Right.
You know, especially if it's inherent, intrinsic, immutable characteristics that you can't change. You know,
Right.
like sure, you can argue the left hates billionaires for existing, or Nazis or fascists. It's like you can change that. You can't change being gay or being black or being trans or whatever the fuck, you know. So it's like this. The media tries to like make a false equivalence between both sides, and it just perpetuates. And a lot of right wing media does this as well when they, especially the ones who try to be like, we're fair, we're balanced. We try to see both sides of the equation. When it's like you need to look at who is being inspired by what. Why do so many people on the right have such a just frenzied obsession with trans people
Yeah.
in general?
I know,
Or
it's weird. It's weird.
yeah,
They're so obsessed with them.
Yeah,
It's not like the gay thing back in the day, where
No.
there was like they were just kind of like disgusted by gays. This is like an obsession. This is a weird, like
Yeah.
stalker style obsession or something. I don't know what's going on with the conservatives and their like secret interest in
No, of
transgender
course.
people. I don't understand.
And what's
where it
really
comes
funny, what's really funny is how a lot of these deep red states, some of the like
Search results.
some of the highest rating search results in porn is transsexuals. So
Yeah.
I mean, go figure,
So red
right?
states.
You know, I mean,
Yeah,
it could just be, you know, a self-hating thing. Who fucking knows? Or shame, guilt, probably. Who fucking knows? But
Yep.
either way, they're an easy target, and that's why a lot of fans of right wing media and some disgusting fucking pundits who fucking lie and giant grifters uh, push hateful rhetoric all the time. It's just an endless cycle day after day. It's disgusting, and it's inspired so many people to just hate and dismiss and attack and just mistreat people that they don't even fucking know,
Right.
like total fucking strangers. And you know, it's worked, you know, like the divisive media.
Yeah. Well, that's what I
It's
think
art.
like is so fun. That's the hypocrisy again, and just the irony too is just so thick. Where everyone's talking about like, oh, this Kirk, even just posting something that he said on the record
Yeah,
that shows him to be a racist, a xenophobe, whatever.
yeah,
Just posting something is like, oh, you're being so divisive. This is a time for our country to be coming together. I'm like, this guy's entire MO was to divide.
yeah.
That's what his purpose was to divide the country.
No, of
And
course.
that's not something to be celebrated. That's
Yeah.
something to be shamed and disrespected.
I mean, I'm not sure if it was. I'm not sure if it was divided as much as it was to get more people to become right wing.
Right.
I think he was a recruiter.
Right,
That's
exactly.
like always been turning points thing is going to college campuses and trying to make as many people right wing as they possibly can. You know,
Yeah.
and it works. I mean, now that all this now this like major event happened, you got Turning Point chapters reporting a hell of a lot more signups and recruits and whatnot, and you know, it's in the wake of this. But yeah, he was ultimately a recruiter, and yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
I
I just hope we move
Hi,
on.
Megan.
It's funny. Trump seems to want to move on. He's like talking about the ballroom getting renovated. He's at the UK for some dinner right now. He doesn't seem to give a shit. He was on
No,
Fox
Trump
and
doesn't
Friends.
have a fuck.
He was on Fox and Friends. Like, what are you gonna do to reunite the country? He's like, I couldn't care less.
He literally fucking said that.
He doesn't care.
Yeah, like way to go, dude.
He doesn't
Yeah,
care.
like and he doesn't care so much that he fucking got Jimmy Kimmel canceled because Jimmy Kimmel pointed out how little Trump cares, and he couldn't fucking handle that. Fucking crybaby. But yeah.
I'm down to make it a short one tonight with you traveling. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I just
There's a handful of things to talk about. I mean,
yeah. What else? Yeah. What else is on your mind?
I mean, there's this whole, because we've talked in recent weeks about broader censorship and how a lot more platforms and whatnot, like YouTube or what have you, are cracking down on basically access to content, and how YouTube is opening up a new kind of like program in order to scan people's IDs to verify them, so that way they can use their account, and is all in the name of protecting children and shit, which is just a total bullshit smokescreen, and it always has been. And then of course all this shit, you know, cancel culture is going fucking crazy right now, Deether.
Yeah, I know.
Like everywhere you look in conservative media and conservative tabloids and shit, cracking down, like people bragging about how many calls they're making to various people's employers and shit because what they didn't respect you, like your favorite fucking talking head. You know, like maybe
Yeah.
they're disrespectful and shit. It's just like, who gives half a who are you? Like, fucking what are you like the fucking like? Are you the police? It it's just like it's baffling my fucking mind right now. How can you sit there and be a Charlie Kirk fan who was a strong patriot, strongly believed in America and American values and whatnot, and then openly and proudly shit all over the First Amendment?
I know.
You know,
And he
like,
just talked. He talked such a big game about it too.
yeah,
He was all about the First Amendment, man, and that's the hypocrisy. Is they just say, oh yeah, we can have all this freedom of speech. We can say DEI is like white genocide and a lie basically left and right. And then when the left
yeah,
does it, then that's not okay.
yeah, yeah. Like,
Then they deserve to be reprimanded, is what he says.
right? No, of course. And I'm really fucking tired of like the American right in general telling me, like, a fucking nobody, who I am or what I believe, and that somehow me, a nobody, like I said, that I'm somehow complicit in
Right.
Charlie Kirk's murder because,
Right. Because we called them
what?
a Nazi. Because we called them Nazis. That's
Like,
what they're saying. That's what they're saying. They're
is
saying that he
name
got
calling
shot because
political
the left
violence
called them
now?
Nazis. Yeah, I mean,
For fuck's sake, like, I don't think that the gays should have been stoned to death. I don't think the Civil Rights Act was a mistake. I actually think empathy is actually a pretty damn good thing, you
right.
know. And I think separation of church and state is pretty fundamental to this fucking country. You know, it's like,
Yeah.
uh, God, like they're just they're all fucking hypocrites. I'm so over it. I'm so.
Well, I mean, it's going to be like, what's the next step, right? I mean, it's all ammunition. Like, we're stuck in the same. We're stuck. Unfortunately, we're stuck where we are for another year. Like, at least this time next year, we'll
Maybe
have
3 years.
well, at least this time next year, we'll have the excitement of the midterms coming
Sure.
up. But until then, we're going to be drifting here and just kind of collecting these stones of frustration.
Yeah, yeah, without a doubt. And
Megan, how do we misquote him? How do we misquote him?
which misquote? I probably didn't get exact, like, maybe one of them
I don't know. I don't know.
correctly.
I string off. Yeah, lots of hypocrites. Articles already out about conservative backlash on that Bondi take. Yeah,
Oh yeah,
there was some people. There was some people who took an issue with Bondi's take. Although I don't necessarily disagree with her when she says there's free speech and there's hate speech. It's like, we can't be dropping the N bomb out there in public speech. Like, we can't be issuing threats of physical violence. Like, those things are hate speech and they shouldn't be allowed.
yeah.
But
It's not like we disagree that there should be fucking, like, consequences to speech. You know, it just shouldn't come from the fucking government.
right.
You know, it's
It
like,
shouldn't be arbitrary. Like, or it shouldn't be just arbitrary. Deciding what's legit speech and what's not.
yeah, and this is why, the conservative right was just so up in arms about cancel culture and whatnot. But that was like all fucking organic. You know, like, it was people stating their opinions online, and maybe some of those opinions were problematic and distasteful, and
Right.
like, people took it into their own hands to basically make it so that they don't have a career. Basically, it was mostly targeting people with major platforms who influence a lot of people, and it's reasonable to think that, like, if this largely influential person is espousing these very problematic, hateful, bigoted, ignorant views, they probably shouldn't have the ability to influence as many people as they do.
Right.
You know, but like, if you're going to use the state to do that, that's I don't fucking agree with that at all.
No.
But like, you shouldn't have you should have a comfy career. Like, if enough people, like, I mean, these people think that they're in, like, an insulated bubble, like, free from consequence. You know,
They do.
they've enjoyed
They do.
yeah, they've enjoyed having the leisure and freedom and power, but like there's just certain things, like certain opinions that it disagreeing with disagreeing with certain opinions should be like a default thing. Like there are certain opinions that should be like the default position to where like, oh yeah, you shouldn't be racist or you shouldn't
Right.
be xenophobic
Holocaust denial.
yeah, you shouldn't be a sexist or believe very harmful conspiracy theories that are not grounded in reality at
Right.
all.
Right.
I mean, obviously, it depends. It's a gigantic gray area. I'm not trying to like claim that there is an easy answer or that there is a one size fits all solution or that every individual case can be solved the exact same way. But like when the conservative right is now going out there and just shamelessly going out and just doing like the exact same shit that they've been crying and whining about
I know.
that I guess the left was doing
Yeah.
has been doing for years and shit. It's just
Yeah.
like
It's just garbage.
you fucking people believe in nothing,
Right.
you
Well,
know?
and they're just not paying attention. And they're just not. They're just ignoring what they. It's willful ignorance. That's the sad thing, is that they're choosing to ignore the truth.
Yeah,
The idea that certain opinions should not be allowed is abhorrent. Yeah. So
it
what I would
really
say is like
depends.
if you're a public figure and you deny the Holocaust, like the public's going to take care of that for you. You know what I mean? Like the
Yeah,
public is going to take care of that for you.
yeah. There's certain things where it's like, yeah, like that should be it should be
I mean,
obvious.
Megan, you could say like an idea is that like human sacrifice should be
No,
allowed to change the weather. Like, come on, like there's got
right.
to be some limitations here on some big,
Of
big mad
like
conservatives
extreme
right
things.
now.
Yeah, yeah. Like extreme opinions, obviously. Yeah, like shit that like seems like normal in other cultures, but over here would be like, what the actual fuck? This is like the biggest story in the world. But like how is this even possible? How is this even allowed? You know, so like it like I said, it's a gray area. It's a case by case thing, and it really depends on a whole lot of varying circumstances.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. But yeah, I agree though, Megan. Like, there's giant splits in the party happening right now. It's like everybody's running around with like chickens with their heads cut off. It's absolutely insane, and it's definitely not getting any better, unfortunately.
No, it's not gonna get. That's what I'm saying, man. It's not gonna get better until I'm in my mid 40s.
Yeah,
Like that's what's really
hopefully.
sad, is that I'm gonna be in my mid fucking 40s when things finally get better.
Yeah,
Hopefully
yeah,
get better, right? I mean, they could even get worse.
right. Yeah,
Um,
the economy taking a shit right now. They're cutting interest rates, and you got you know Cash Patel coming out and saying, "Oh, Epstein never trafficked any young women to anybody."
right.
That there's no evidence of that. It's just
There's no
like,
credible evidence, and then
what?
Pramila Jayapal was showing like, so you don't think all of these survivors are, you know, think all these survivors are lying? Like, you don't have any
Right?
credible sources of information, and of course he dodges it. But yeah, I don't know. I mean,
Yeah,
it's we'll see what happens. I mean, there's a couple lingering things. It's kind of a weird administration now, where it's like on the one hand you're like, okay, what's next with these people, and then on the other side you're like, are these other issues ever gonna, are the chickens gonna come home to roost on the Epstein files, like ever? Or is that ever going to happen? I think I'm
yeah.
optimistic on that one. I'm optimistic on us getting the Epstein files released at some point.
Well, the thing is, while the gigantic, I guess, media cycle centering around Charlie Kirk was going on, uh, the Senate voted down the release of the files. I believe something along those lines. They actually,
Really?
yeah, it was. Megan might know more about it than I do, but uh, there was a procedure that would have basically unleashed, I think thousands upon thousands of files, and I think was it Collins and Paul that crossed party lines and voted to have them released, but it's still lost in the Senate. Like it was a 51-49 vote, I believe.
Yeah, it says Republicans block Senate vote to release Epstein files. Jesus Christ.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and then there was another thing. It said Judiciary panel rejects Democrats' bid to subpoena banks in Epstein case. So the GOP is just does not give a shit.
Yeah, yeah. Lisa Murkowski was once again the deciding vote, just like she was the deciding vote with the big beautiful bill, which
Right.
we're going to see the ramifications of in this country economically for years. Like fucking great.
Yeah, so I'm just kind of like holding. I don't know. It's tough for me to like. We can wrap up with this. Like, it's tough for me to like stay interested all day in politics. It's
Oh,
exhausting.
dude, I know. I'm fucking so over it. Like that. I mean, that's why that's why I mentioned to you like back before August started. Like, hey, let's just take the whole month off.
Yeah.
It's like honestly, like I wouldn't mind even stepping away even further. But like, I'm the same way though. Like when it's closer to streaming
Election.
time, like doing the
Yeah.
show. Well,
Oh,
each
you're
week.
talking about
Each
yeah.
week, each week I should say, I try to get caught up on shit because obviously super jaded and it's not very fun to stay super in tune with a whole lot of what's going on and whatnot politically because there's just so much bullshit.
Yeah.
But like when I do focus on anything politically related, it really does kind of like feel like a chore in a way, you know. And like it's not that like I dislike cover because I do. I genuinely enjoy covering what's going on in the world of politics and whatnot, simply because I feel like I can actually have an informed input that could or maybe couldn't be of value. Because ultimately, what it comes down to is I do want people to understand varying perspectives instead of looking at everything in black and white. Like, oh, he's a lefty or he follows this person, so nothing he says is credible. It's just like it's actually a lot more deeper than that, honestly, and just cutting through the bullshit and that just rigid line of thinking that motivates me. That's why I still do this. Otherwise, I'd be like, fuck this. I don't want to pay attention to any of this anymore.
I know. Well, somebody's got to step up and like. I mean, the reason why I keep doing it is because I feel like no one's got a long
Fair.
enough lens for this,
Mhm.
where it's like it's not just about defeating MAGA in the next election cycle or two. It's about just defeating conservatism for the rest of my life. And
Yeah,
because there's just nothing to be gained. I mean,
yeah,
I really feel like if you could just get the conservatives out of the room, we could actually solve some serious problems.
right,
Because a lot of the people who are liberals are actually progressives. They're just constrained by this thing of like, oh, we have to work with bipartisanship. The bipartisanship has to be the vehicle for positive change in this country. And if you believe that, then you're going to be a moderate. And if you don't believe that, then you're going to be a quote radical like
right.
you and
But
me.
all those liberals, all those progressives, they are aligned with, they share a party with a bunch of Democrats, and
Right.
like that's obviously like a broad generalization, like because everybody's interpretation of what makes a Democrat is wildly different. And the thing is, it's a very, very diverse party. The
Right.
problem is, it's the conservative side of it, the more right leaning side of the Democratic Party, that is just
In
playing foot.
power.
Yeah, exactly. Like they have the power, they have the influence. They're playing footsies with the Republicans. They're too
Yep.
cut to capitalism and donor money and whatnot, and they're all fucking corrupt. Like California is a goddamn fucking great example. There's like the misusage of our tax money, like in general and whatnot, is absolutely fucking ridiculous. And like, so like, yeah, burn the two party system down, or like fucking just replace everybody. It's like, god damn it. It's also frustrating.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh man. Um, I'm speaking of which, I'm kind of I'm good to. Yeah, what
I'm
else?
good. I'm good. I'm
You're
good as
good.
well.
Okay.
Honestly, because like this whole setup right here is just so fucked. I'm borrowing my brother's laptop, so because I wanted to see if I could maybe stream at this really shitty hotel. Because I'm traveling for work. I'm down, not quite Bakersfield, but I'm past Fresno, and I'm just down here for work and whatnot. And this is not comfy. I'm not in the zone. I'm not able to like get my thoughts out as clearly as I'd like to. It's just shitty circumstances. But I wanted to stream tonight. You know, I said I'd
Yeah.
do it, and there's a lot to talk about. There's a lot of updates regarding everything,
Yeah.
and it's I just felt like the obligation, you know. But but yeah, well, it'll be normal next week for damn sure. I think most people on both sides are mad about government spending. I completely agree, Megan. It's not that like more spending is really the solution, but like how it's spent. But also like, please fucking for the love of God, tax the rich more.
Yeah, exactly. And tax mega churches,
Yes, please.
tax mega churches, tax all those for-profit entertainment businesses that disguise themselves as nonprofits.
Yeah,
Um, all right. Well, for Stat Pat Stateless Patriot, I am Dieter McBusiness, reminding you that you don't get change in America by asking nicely. Thank you for joining us. Please come back. We will be back live Tuesday of next week around 6:37 p.m. Pacific, something like that. Keep us on your Blue Sky feed so that you know for sure. Thank you for listening. Go ahead.
I don't know about Tuesday. Excuse me. I don't know about Tuesday, but Monday or Wednesday would probably be better days
Okay.
for me personally. Yeah.
So we'll probably do Wednesday. But please like, share, and subscribe. Please subscribe to me if you haven't already. I've got a lot of viewers that are not subscribed, and I really need the subscribers. Thank you very much.
Absolutely.
Don't forget, you don't get change in America by asking nicely. Take care, y'all.
See you guys.